Welcome to my pick a card reading. Today is going to be on what's going on in your connection. And we have 3 groups. So the first group is this heart. And oh, that's really bright. Okay, and then we have this oval. It's pretty. And then this heart. And timestamps will be below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, group 1. Welcome to your reading. I'm gonna be using the love pack for the first portion of your reading. And basically, we're gonna do, what's going on with you, and then what's going on with your person, and then what's going on in your connection. And we're gonna get a good look at how that's playing out for you. Doing a quick, I already started shuffling a little bit before, so just kind of gonna do this quickly. So for you guys, we're gonna do 3 cards each. So for you, and then for your person, and then for the connection. These 2 kind of want to come out. So, okay, let me see if it's all in the shot. I don't think it's going to be. I'll try. I'm just gonna put your heart over there. Mind the shadow. That's just my cat being a little menace. Okay, so sorry if he gets in the way. I'll put him down. Okay, so what's going on with you in this connection? We have joy, delight, and beauty. Oh, that's really sweet. What's going on with your person? We have love, bad choices, and fear of commitment. Oh, man. Well, okay, and then what's going on in the connection? We have the erotic, disillusionment, feeling unwanted, and trap with self-consciousness. I'm going to put it this way because I feel like it goes that way. Okay, so we'll start with you. You seem to be very, very, very happy with your person. Feels like this person really makes you feel good about yourself. And I don't know, you kind of have like a high when you're around this person. And this can be, this is primarily a love connection, of course, but it could be like a dating situation. But what I'm getting is that you really just like being around this person. And I'm getting the sense that you want more from them. Like, this feels like just a dating situation. It doesn't feel like you're in a commitment. And if you are, maybe you want to take this commitment to another level. It feels very much like everything is great for you. Your person has really strong, genuine feelings for you. And I feel like your person is mostly in the same place you are. But your person likes their freedom. They like knowing that they can be on their own whenever they want, even though they don't really want that. They want to be with you, but it's almost like they don't know how. It's like, I'm sorry if I say it's like a lot. I do that a lot. But it's like, they don't know what like a good relationship is, and they're used to being on guard, and they know that with you it's different, but they're still used to that. They're still used to being on the defense. And so they want to show up for you, but they may not feel like they're enough, or they don't feel like they can really, do everything the way you should have it done. It's like when someone grows up in an abusive home, or maybe not abusive, but in an unhappy home, and that's all they know. And so that's all they know how to deal with in relationships. It's just how to always make sure that they're going to be okay no matter what. And that's really what I get from your person. It's like they're preparing for you to not want them anymore at some point, because they feel like it's great right now, and maybe it's been great, but they don't believe it's going to last forever. Like the happiness, not necessarily your feelings for them, but just the happiness that they feel when they're around you. They don't feel like that's going to be forever. So they want to just make sure they're going to be okay when that happens. And I think that you don't really understand that about them, because we're getting the erotic here, and then we're getting disillusionment. So I feel like for you, because you're like on cloud 9, so you have no idea, or maybe you don't know fully how this is going for them, because on your side, we have a lot of these great cards, but on their side, we have a lot of things going on beneath the surface, because on the surface, they seem to be showing you the same thing you're showing them. But they have a lot of, sorry. They have a lot of insecurities, not just with themselves, but with this connection, with any connection, really. And so they're really showing up for you now, but there's going to be a point where you start to see, and maybe it's already happened, maybe it's already happening, where you're starting to see little things where maybe you feel like they're not as interested in you as you are in them. Lexington, stop it. Sorry, guys. Get down. Get down. I'm really, really sorry. Okay, I'm just going to move this. I'm really sorry. Anyway, so it feels like you're going to start wondering what's happening. Maybe little changes are going to happen. They might not be as available, or maybe taking longer to respond to you, or maybe being a bit more flaky, and you're starting to feel like what's going on. What's really going on is that they're starting to feel even more for you. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. They're starting to feel even more for you, and they don't really know how to handle that. And I know that there's a lot of narratives out there about, they don't know how to handle their feelings, but really they're just being assholes. This person really does feel like they don't know how to handle, like, how good this relationship is for them, and how good you seem to be. You seem to be, it's like you check all the boxes for them, and they don't really trust it. They have some serious trust issues, and you may be feeling like something's wrong, or something's going wrong, or maybe you're in this alone, or maybe you're, maybe it wasn't as good as you thought it was, but it is. It's just, this person has some issues to sort through, and we're going to look at the advice to see how you can help the situation, or help your person maybe, and see if you guys could get back on the right footing, because there is a lot of genuine feelings here on both sides. I see, like, you have all these great cards, and your person, with this just one card, which is the love card, seems to encompass all these cards. It's just that they're really scared. I feel a lot of fear coming from your person. Like, there's just so much uncertainty, and they don't know how to just let go and trust. That seems to be their biggest issue, is that they don't know how to just trust that good things can happen to them. And they're not the type of person that can just be told, hey, trust good things are happening because, you know, they're like, well, you know, I've experienced much differently than that. So for them, it really is about doing inner work and learning how to deal with that. So you may have to give them some space to do that. But let's go into your advice cards and we'll see what comes up. But there is genuine feelings here from your person. They really, really do have strong feelings for you. They're just not used to it. They're not used to, I feel like they're used to having really casual experiences. They probably weren't planning to, they definitely weren't planning to fall for you or anyone. They were pretty good on their own, just kind of making their way through life, you know. They were not planning to catch feelings for you, but they did pretty hard to the point where it's bringing out all of this stuff. I feel like they've been sort of just dealing with things on the surface and not really going deep, and then you come along and then all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, I really don't want this because it's too scary and I don't know what to do with it. I thought that I just like being single, but really I'm just scared. So yeah, but let's get some advice. So advice for you with this connection. We have the Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Six of Cups, the Lovers, and the 10 of Cups, which is like, these are like the best cards you can get, really. And you can't really, sorry, you can't really see them, but this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is Justice. And then, okay, I think now you can see them. I'll put this up here. Okay, so, and then the bottom of the deck, I didn't show you for this one, but it was self-love, which makes sense because that's really what they need, your person. And then here we have the Five of Swords at the bottom. And I think that's really for you. Not necessarily accepting, because it says defeat on the card, but it's not necessarily saying that you should, you know, just think that this is the end. It's more so just saying, you know, let go for now. And that's what I was sensing. Just your person just needs some space because they don't fully understand their emotions through this. So for you, it's like you're offering them sort of like an olive branch, sort of peace offering, you know, to sort of just give them that space and that freedom where you're not being overbearing. I think they've gone through a lot of things in their life where they've been pushed or pressured or really controlled, and they just hate feeling like that because that's what makes them feel trapped, like they can't be themselves. So if you give them just a little bit of space and just say, hey, look, I understand what you're going through, and like, it's fine. I'm not going anywhere if that's what you want. And just giving them that safe space, you know, and that's really what I'm feeling with Justice. With Justice, is just like, let what's meant to happen, happen. It's going to happen no matter what you do. But if you really want, you know, this sort of happy ending with your person, it's here for you. You just have to give them the space to get to where you are completely, because they're there. They're just scared. And it's almost like you gotta let them go to have them come back. And I'm not saying that you break up with them and then they leave and then they'll come back, because that may not happen with everyone. I'm just saying that in this case with your person, it really feels like they just need some space to feel what they truly feel for you. And once they do, because we have the Six of Cups, that's nostalgia, you know, that's them missing you, that's missing with the connection that you have. And then the Lovers, they just want to be with you, you know, and then it's like you get back together. And I'm not saying it's going to be a break. I honestly don't feel like it will be a long break. I feel like it'll be just like a couple days or a couple weeks or something. It won't be a long period because this person has genuine feelings for you. Like, they really, really care for you a lot. And they want to be with you. You know, I've been feeling that this whole time. They're just scared. So once they learn that their fear doesn't compare to their feelings for you, then they'll be more ready and open and willing to be in this relationship. Be in this relationship with you. But they need that space to get to where you are. And it has nothing to do with you or what you're doing, because you seem to be doing everything the right way. And again, I'm sorry. He is just all up in your reading. I'm really sorry. They just need some time to really face that fear that they have, because that's really what's controlling them right now, is their fear. And once they have that a little bit of space and they feel like, and also I think that you saying just, hey, it's cool, like if you need some time, I think that's really gonna give them that sense of security, like, okay, this is really different than what I'm used to. So yeah, I think that'll be the best thing for you, is just to give them a little bit of space, like a peace offering. And if it's been a long time and they're not like coming back, I mean, you can always reach out and just like a hey, definitely nothing too intense, because this person is not going to respond to an overbearing approach. They really, really need to feel safe and secure. And if they're being pressured in any way, that's going to make them clam up even more. So resist that urge. And it's going to be different for everyone. Please take this as this applies to you, because there's so many different scenarios in this. This is really just like the surface of it. But there is a lot of really good potential, because you got some really good cards. This is like soulmate cards, like all of them. Like the Six of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups. This is all soulmate stuff, you know? And it just feels like a really, really good, pure, genuine connection. It's just that your person just needs to trust it. And so you just have to let them get to that point. Okay, so this is what I have for you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're doing, I'm pulling from the Love Pack. Wait, let's do and I'm going to be pulling cards for you and your person and your connection. And we're going to see what's going on. And then we're going to do advice. And then that's pretty much it. For today, anyway. So. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm sorry about that. My cat is being a menace. Also, just a heads up. He may come through and walk around. I want to put him in the room, but then he's going to start crying like mad. And there's my dog. I don't know if you can hear her, but I don't know. I start doing this and everyone wants to go crazy. So anyway, so yeah, cards for you, and then cards for your person, and then cards for the connection, which I know I said already. Sorry. Okay. It's for you. It's for your person. And then for the connection. So for you, we have the Lovers, doubt, and letting go. Wow. For your person, we have infidelity, self-love, and withdrawal. Oh. Okay, and for the connection, we have fear of inadequacy, luck, openness, and happiness. And I know you can't really see the fear of inadequacy, so I'm just gonna hold it up. Okay. Okay, so this kind of feels like an ex of some sort. This feels like someone you used to deal with before and you really felt strongly about them. But now it's like you want them back, but you don't know if you want them back. I mean, I don't know if this is a situation where you thought someone else might be the person for you, That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like, good Lord. I'm going to just move your stone to the side because my cat is going to try to play with it. And there he goes. He's still a baby, so he's playing around a lot. So I don't know if maybe you thought there was someone else for you when you were with this person. I'm just going to go with this being an ex. If this is not your situation, then I'm sorry. Take it as it applies. Maybe it fits your situation anyway, or maybe another group is good for you. But in this case, I really feel like this is an ex. So maybe you thought someone else. It really feels like someone else could have been in the picture for you, where you weren't sure. Maybe you couldn't pick between two, and you might have spent a lot of time trying to decide, and you either let this person go, and they felt that, and went to go take care of themselves, really spent a lot of time by themselves, or you let the other person go, and now you want this person back. Either way, you seem to want this person back. And they do feel willing to work with you. But you have to really take initiative here because you hurt them in the past. It feels like they were really in this with you and you were really in it with them, and then it's like you caught them off guard with this situation, or maybe they found out about the other person, or maybe they didn't, and you just kind of walking away from them for a little bit made them just automatically assume that or go to that conclusion. And they just felt really hurt. Whatever the case may be, though, it was something they really needed. They needed that separation to tend to themselves because they had a lot going on. Maybe they were a bit overbearing, and that's why you were sort of open to other people during that time. Because I'm getting a strong sense of just like giving you so much attention and so much that it's almost like, wait, whoa, what are you doing? and it was almost like you wanted to keep your options open. And it doesn't have to be that you cheated on them. I know that it says infidelity, but I don't really feel like it was that intense, that severe of a situation. And again, take it as it applies to you because I'm feeling a lot of different scenarios. But for the majority of you, it feels like you guys were into something and then you stepped away from it because you just had to deal with your own thing. But and at first, it was really hard for them. They took it really hard, but it wound up being exactly what they needed because they had to face some of their stuff too. It's like it's like you met and then it was really strong and intense, and it was just like, whoa, you needed to adjust to it. You needed to really grow to the level of the connection, because the connection feels very strong. It feels very long lasting. Like this could be someone that you're with for a long time. And so they're not going to be the one to come to you. If you're waiting for that, or if you're hoping for that, yeah, here's my cat, I'm sorry. If you're waiting for that, they are not going to come to you. You have to be the one to take initiative because they were really in it before. And so they're not going to, especially if they feel like they were being overbearing before, maybe you expressed that to them, or maybe they just sensed that. They're not going to do that now because they're like, I did all this stuff before and it wasn't enough. You walked away. So I'm not going to do that now. If you came back to me, then I'm open. They're really open to you because they do still have feelings for you. So this is like so clear cut to me. So if you want something with them, just what I will say is make sure you're serious, because this person can be really for you, and they feel like a very genuine person and a very sensitive person. Like they feel a lot, and I guess that's what they had to work on, not being so overly sensitive. Not that that's really a thing. Your feelings are valid no matter what. But maybe they took things to heart that they shouldn't have. Maybe they should sort of just see the bigger picture sometimes instead of just the little things, that may seem harsh in the moment, but if you look at the big picture, You understand it better. And it really feels like they really took time to work that out within themselves, because maybe there was a bit of insecurity where they felt every little thing, you know, overthinking it or something like that. But if you really want them back and you're serious about it, then that door is open for you. You know, they are willing. They are probably more than willing. I think they think about you a lot, and I think they're actually hoping that you do, you know, change your mind and you know, come back. It really wouldn't even take much, honestly, for you to get them back. It would literally be just like a text, just something that just, you know, opens the door, and then and there they are. They're like, okay, you know, they're really, really, really like willing to try this again if that's what you want. So we're gonna do advice now for you, just to make sure. I think I kind of already went into the advice, but just see what the cards may say about, you know, what you should do, or maybe how you should approach it, or, you know, or how you should do things second time around, because it really feels like a second chance at something that was really great but never quite took off. That's what it feels like. One more time. And they've been all about you. Like, since you kind of walked away, they've been like, all right, if it's not this person, then it's no one for right now, because it's just going to be me. Because I really, really felt a lot for this person. And that's it. So, which is really sweet. Because a lot of times people will just try to get over people by going to someone else. And this person is just super all about you. And you got the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Hermit. You know what? I feel like it goes this way. We got the 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the Hermit, the Queen of Wands, and the 8 of Wands, which is, thank you, little boy. Sorry. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Cups. And then at the bottom of this deck was enjoyment. Which you can't even see it, sorry. This was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. Again, this feels like something that was very long. My cat's butt on your card. Sorry. This little boy. Okay, that didn't help. But anyway, this really reminds me of this Lover's card. It feels like you guys had something really strong, and it felt long lasting. Like you could really build with this person and have something solid. Like this could even be someone, you know, you marry if that's what you want, or someone you have a really long lasting relationship with. This feels very, very solid. And I just think that you weren't ready for it when it came about. It was like you just weren't expecting it. It's funny because the last group, it was like the other way around, and this group is like it's you that was just not ready for something so serious. And so it's sort of like you just set it on fire. Like you were just like, you know, it's kind of like you started fights and you didn't even mean it, or, you know, you started things. It was like, you know, like you didn't even know what you were doing. You just needed to have some time. And that's what the Hermit is about. It's just, you just needed to take time for yourself. And they needed that just as much as you did. They didn't realize it, but they needed it just as much as you did. And it actually helps in this situation. Sorry, hold on a second. Sorry. Another situation with whatever. Anyway, I'm back. Let me just fix this a little bit. Okay, so yeah, you just needed time for yourself, and they needed that just as much as you did. And so now you're sort of ready. It's funny because we have like the 5 of Wands here with the strife, and then we have the Queen of Wands here. And that represents you, no matter how you identify. It just represents you with your determination to get this again, you know, to open that line of communication. And it's like you grew, and now you're ready for this to really take off. And that's what this Eight of Wands is about, you know, that open communication and fast communication. Eight of Wands is really about just clear, just getting straight to the point, you know, and just like, let's just let's just get to it. Not even beat around, definitely not beating around the bush. The Queen of Wands definitely doesn't beat around the bush. She wants what she wants and she gets what she wants. And that's what I feel coming from you. That's the type of energy I feel from you. And it's definitely going to be successful because you strike me as the type of person who really goes for what they want. And I think that's why you were hesitating here, because you weren't sure if you wanted it. It was one of those things where, like, if you wanted it, wouldn't you be all in? Because that's the type of person that you are. And so you needed to take that time away to realize, hey, this is what you wanted. You just weren't really sure of it yet, or you just needed to adjust to it. So I'm all for it. Not highly, but I would, if you're thinking about this person a lot, then I would advise you to reach out, because it seems like they will be very open to communication with you. So take this as it resonates. Hopefully this works out well. And yeah, this is all for your reading today. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. Bye. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this really pretty heart. Just a heads up, my cat has been acting not super weird. This is actually normal behavior for him. But he's been popping around here, so if he jumps up, I apologize in advance. I'll try to keep that to a minimum. But basically, I'm using the love pack today, and I'm going to be doing just like a general overview of the connection. It's going to be cards for you, and then cards for your person, and then cards for the connection to see where it's at. And then we're going to do advice for you for this connection and see how it goes. Alright. Okay. Okay, so for you, for your person, I'm trying to I've had to move that 3 times in the other readings because my cat just thinks it's his personal toy. So, and this is for your connection. Okay, so let's get started. So for you, we have good timing, truth, and adventure. Okay, for your person, we have come hither. That's so cute. Independence. That's interesting. Okay, for the connection, we have trust, fear of inadequacy, fantasy, and mistake. Oh. Okay, so you're this is an interesting reading because I feel like you both are in the same place. This is very similar to the first group, to be honest. So, because you can see in both these cards, there's like this crossroads here, right? And they're both like sort of running to each other. But your person seems to be giving you a lot of mixed signals. It's like one day they're like all for you and all about you, and then the next day they're like completely gone and you can't get a hold of them, and they're like, well what's going on? Where'd you go? Because I thought we were on a good track. This person is like all over the place. And I think that you are just in a situation where you feel like this person came into your life and gave you exactly what you needed. Exactly what you needed. And it wasn't too heavy. It wasn't too light. It was like perfect. You know, and you were just... That's my baby. If you heard him, I'm not sure if you did, but he's gonna be doing that. Yeah, there he is. So you just, I feel like this person really came in. This almost feels like this was a very casual thing. And it doesn't really seem like you want it more, but you're just curious. Like you're just popping in to see if there could be more or if there's gonna be more. But honestly, it feels like something that, and hopefully this doesn't trigger anybody, but this feels like something that's over. And it was fun while it lasted. And, thanks for the memories kind of vibe. It doesn't feel like you feel too strongly about it either. It doesn't feel like you're too broken up about it. It's sort of like, hey, that was fun. Should I go back to that? Should I bring this up again? Because this is another one that feels like a past thing. It doesn't feel like something that's going further. You were both in the same place at the same time, and then it was just, when it was over, it was over. This definitely feels like something of the past. And if you feel like this doesn't apply to you, please don't take it. Please just don't feel like this has to be for you. This is not, this is definitely not written in stone. This is something that you can, if it applies to your situation, it applies to your situation. If not, either, you can pick another group or it just wasn't for you. And I'm sorry. Hope that doesn't sound too harsh. But anyway, for this situation, for what I'm feeling, it just feels like you guys had a really good time together. And it felt very, very, and there's my cat. I'm really sorry. Oh, crap. Lexington, get out of here. Alright. Okay, sorry about that. But this just feels like a very, a lighthearted, and there we go. See, I knew I had to move it. He thinks they're all his personal toys. This just feels like a very lighthearted connection. This may have just been like a friend with benefits kind of thing. It doesn't feel like either one of you wanted to make it more than that. And if you did, it was sort of like a momentary thing. It didn't feel like something that was just gonna be, either you're together or you have like this bad breakup kind of. Nah, it felt more like you knew what it was going into it. Maybe you had a moment of wanting to make it more, but you realize that wasn't what this was about. That wasn't what your person was about at all. I feel like they were very upfront with you. And if they weren't, you just knew, what the type of person that they were. It doesn't feel at all like, like they gave you the wrong impression. Like it feels very, the lines feel very clear. And if I feel like you're kind of popping in to see if, maybe you should go back to that, even for just a casual thing. I don't think that I'm not going to tell you, what to do, but I don't think that door is really open anymore. Because they seem to have just, I don't know, gone on to something else. Maybe they moved, because it does feel like they moved. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm just going to let that be, whatever it is. I don't feel like, I mean, I do think that they think about you. I don't think they think it's a mistake. I know this card says mistake, but I don't think that. I think they just kind of like decided to go on to the next thing. I feel like I think they feel as if they would have stayed or made it more than what it was, then that probably would have been a mistake, because I don't think that you two are very compatible. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like one of you is more of a relationship type person, and the other one, more so them, is more of like all right, this is fun, I'm gonna go. Because they're very surface level. Well, that's what it feels like. I don't mean to insult anyone, if that does insult anyone, but it just feels like they like being alone. And not even, dating around or being promiscuous in any way, because there's nothing wrong with that either. But they just like being alone. That's the vibe I get from them. They like the idea of being with someone, so they sort of entertain that from time to time. But they just really like being alone. And you liked the spontaneity that they brought to you. You know, you liked this sort of shakeup that they brought to your life. And, you know, that was pretty much as far as I was ever going to go, you know. But let's see what the advice is for you when it comes to them. I mean, this feels very amicable. You may have wanted, I do feel like maybe you did want a little bit more at some point, you know, maybe you, let me fix this. Maybe you, because you were having like a lot of fun, that maybe you thought, hey, maybe this could be something more, you know, maybe this could be, you know, maybe this could go somewhere if I tried. And it's almost like you tried and they just got like freaked out or something. They're like, wait a minute, that wasn't what this was supposed to be. But, you know, it does feel like you rebounded pretty fast emotionally. Not like with someone else. I mean, if you did, that's fine too. No big deal. But it just feels like you're both in different places. It doesn't seem like there was supposed to be more. This really feels like a friends with benefits kind of thing. Or maybe you were just friends and then it happened. Maybe that's why you're asking. Maybe you want to know about your friendship. It does feel like the door is closed with this person, regardless of, you know, what your situation is. It does feel like for some reason they're just not available anymore. They're somewhere else. Let's see what the advice is for you with this person. It's crazy with the other two groups. The cards like just came out right away. But with this group, it's like, no, I'm going to take my time. All right. Got one, the King of Pentacles. These cards really don't want to come out. It's so weird. They always like fly out. Maybe you're being stubborn, because this King of Pentacles can be stubborn. I mean, there's a bull in the card. Talk about being stubborn, right? So maybe you're trying to force something in this. Like, I'm getting the sense that it's like, I want what I want and I want what I want, and I don't really care if it's not right or whatever. I want what I want, you know? And if I want you, then I want you. Kind of that's the energy that I'm getting. There's a strong stubbornness. But if this person is telling you or is not responding, okay, then, you know, they may not, because if it just seems like their energy is really closed off. They may be going through something personal, you know. For them to withdraw and this much, you know, we have the actual withdrawal card, and then we have independence, and then we have this fantasy, which is obviously them by themselves, and then the mistake card is just like, you know, like they may be going through something pretty heavy, actually, where they're just sort of reevaluating their life. Yeah, we have the Moon, and then we have the Seven of Cups, which are both cards of, you know, fantasy and dreams, which comes up with the fantasy and dreams card. So that's interesting, you know. And then we have at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is success unfulfilled. And the bottom of the deck for the other card was joy, which is what I feel like was what you had in the beginning, you know. But it's like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like it didn't really amount to anything serious. It wasn't, you know, long lasting. And so it's like you can want what you want all day long, but if it's not there, it's not there. You know, you're going to be wanting an illusion. You're going to be wanting a fantasy, pretty much. It's just not feasible anymore for you. And I know that's not what you want to hear, because we have the Four of Cups here. And then look, I'm always going to be honest and say what I see in the cards, and this door just doesn't seem to be open for you. And again, take it as it resonates. It's not going to be for everyone, you know. Again, if you feel like this group didn't really do it for you, you can pick another group, or, you know, just go with what you feel. Honestly, at the end of the day, always go with what you feel first. Use these readings as a confirmation, because it's not gospel, you know. It's just, it's, you know, it's either for you or it isn't. Or maybe some of it is for you, or you know, and some of it isn't. But in this case, it just feels like you're trying to go for something that you may not even really want. It's sort of like you just want it to want it, you know, not even because you actually feel something for this person, but just because you had a lot of fun, or you know, they gave you a, you know, they crossed off a lot of things on your list of things that you want from a person, you know. But if they're not available anymore, it's for a reason. I honestly feel like they may be going through something, you know. They might be having a lot of personal issues. With this moon here, there's a lot going on that you don't know about. A lot. Like a lot. You know, maybe further down the road, they'll be available to you again, and you can figure out what was going on. This does feel more like near future kind of thing, like over the next few weeks, maybe even a couple months. It's in an indefinite amount of time. There's no like set timing for this reading, but it just feels like for right now, at the very least, they're not going to be available, because they just have a lot going on that you don't know about, you know. Because when you guys were together, it was just all about fun and chill, whatever. They may have been going through it at that time and just didn't tell you. So if this is something that you do really want with this person, and there's somebody that you really want, then I would suggest just wait it out. You know, check back in a couple weeks if they're not responding, you know. But give yourself, you know, the space you need too. You know, open your mind, you know, be more flexible, because if they're not available to you, to give you what you want, you can always get what you want in someone else or in something else. And if you really feel like this is either this person or no one, then that should be a sign to start to open up a little bit, you know. Because when you're so rigid like that, it usually doesn't work out well. So I don't know. But that's all I have for you for today. Thank you for being here. Sorry, I wish I would have given you better news. But hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.